Yo, this is definitely Snoop Dogg and not a fake voice. Welcome to the Losing Streak podcast with Bankroll Bill and Automatic Austin.
Welcome to Losing Streak, a sports gambling podcast for those who just can't seem to win. My name is Bankroll Bill, and I'm here with my co-host, Automatic Austin.
How's it going, everybody?
All right, let's get right into it. I had the worst beat yesterday. I thought the damn Penn State dunk or layup was a bad beat. We gotta hear this. I'm gonna complain. The Discord can get hyped. They can laugh at me. Everybody can laugh because it is funny. But I had the over 114.5 in Wisconsin, North Texas NIT semifinal. Did you take the total on that? I know you were in North Texas, but I don't think you took the total, right?
I did not take any total on that. I did take North Texas, and I was shocked that they won. But yeah, keep going on about your rant.
Yeah, so the halftime total was at 70 points, which is definitely higher than I thought it would be. I was thinking maybe around 60, it'd be kind of a sweat in the second half. So 70 points. So I literally needed 44.5 points the second half, which would be like an 89-point game total. Like that shit, like even Wisconsin, they don't score that low number of points. And then Wisconsin didn't score. They scored what, like 3 points in 14 minutes or something?
Yeah, they didn't score for the last 9 minutes of the game, I'm pretty sure.
So the total ended at 110. Now, luckily, I took the under at halftime, which was like 133.5. So I ended up just losing the juice. But I'm a Badgers fan. I did not bet on you, but fuck you guys. I'm glad I didn't bet on you. How can you only score 13 points and a half? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I've been asking you this, but I think they should. I think they really should fire their coach. I don't think they will, but I think Greg Gard should get fired.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing that probably saved them is the fact they made the semifinals of the not invited tournament. But whatever, that's it's none of my business because I'm done with the Badgers for right now. Until they win 5 games in a row, I'm not going to watch them again. Just kidding. I'll be back next year. But fuck you guys. That was ridiculous. So if you guys won your money on the under thinking you're all fucking genius, well, congratulations, because all the numbers pointed to it going over that number, no matter what averages you took, like playoff, regular season, defense, offense. Every number I messed with, it was about 125. Or more, so whatever. Let's move on
it was a bad beat, but before we move into some baseball talk, I wanted to keep talking a little bit about some college basketball. So, Bronny James Jr. yesterday, played in the McDonald's All-American game, or was it Sunday? I don't remember, but or Monday I don't remember. It was some day this week, but he had 15 points, 5 3-pointers. He looked pretty good. Just want to get your thoughts on Bronny James Jr. I know. I'm an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, so I'm hoping he goes to Ohio State. But I don't know if you saw his NIL earnings projections, but he's number one by far at 7.2 mil.
Yeah, because probably all the companies think if they sign him, then they can get leverage with LeBron, honestly. And they know, how good – so you think – obviously, like a 5-star recruit, wherever he goes, they'll be good.
I think he's a 4-star.
Are you a 4-star? Okay.
I think. Let me double check that. Let me see. Bronny James Jr. Let's see.
Type like it's a fucking typewriter, bro.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's just funny because the speaker picks.
Yeah, he's a 4-star.
Okay. Well, you know how I feel about recruiting. I don't follow any of that shit really, but that is very disappointing.
I thought he's a 4-star.
No, just the whole but when I say I did not mean to say disappointing. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll edit this part out. I'm marking this down. All right, 11:58. I don't remember what time we started. See, I fucked up. I don't remember what time we started. I will leave in the part about me talking about editing it out, but I'll edit it out. Or maybe I won't. But no, I think it'll be good. Is he talking about Ohio State?
Well, obviously, LeBron James always said if he were to go to college, it would have been Ohio State. He plays high school in Cleveland. So it's like the top teams right now are Ohio State, USC, and Oregon. But it's pretty much a gimme that it's going to be Ohio State.
Well, I would like to issue a correction to the record for my couple Ohio listeners. St. Vincent St. Mary is in Akron, Ohio, not in Cleveland. But
okay.
Yeah, in Cleveland, and I mean, and it's not where Columbus is. But regardless, yeah, I didn't know that he would have gone to Ohio State, but that's cool. I mean, it makes sense. And Ohio State was a lot better basketball back then, I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but could you imagine though if they get Bronny James Jr.? I mean, I don't know, man. It'd be pretty fun to watch the Big Ten with Bronny James Jr.
Is there any talk about like USC or UCLA, one of those schools out there?
Yeah, USC is the second choice.
Yeah, I feel like USC is probably going to happen unless LeBron. I mean, because
it's gonna be Ohio State.
Well, no, I'm saying because LeBron's going to want is. I mean, I think if, yeah, I don't know. Ohio State. I mean, are you that sure about it, or are you just?
I mean, to me, I feel like it's number one. The options are 1, Ohio State, 2, G League, 3, USC.
Yeah. Well, what about? Wasn't there something with like? Wasn't there another guy he was playing with, or no? Or am I thinking of the wrong person? No, I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Well, there's a USC 5-star recruit that's trying to also recruit Bronny over to USC, but
okay, so
yeah,
so
I think it's gonna be Ohio State.
Okay, ESPN said he's got offers from Kentucky, Memphis, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and USC. And the Los Angeles Times guy in January said he's expecting to make a decision after the season, and Ohio State, USC, and Oregon are his top 3 schools.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So honestly, I bet it just matters. The biggest determination I feel like is who they recruit. Otherwise, wait, is this LeBron have an Ohio State shirt on this thing? And he's okay.
I told you if he would have gone to college, it would have been Ohio. He said that publicly.
Well, Kevin Durant guessed that he's going to go to USC.
Kevin Durant's a freaking moron.
And then Kevin Durant, you know what probably else Kevin Durant did? He probably guessed again on Twitter under a fake name that he's going to go to Ohio State. So that way he'll be right no matter what. That's a throwback for you.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
All right. Well, enough about how you think Ohio State's going to be good next year. Let's go into
It'll be good
baseball.
for a few years to come, I think. But yeah, let's get into some baseball talk, man. I'm excited. How about you?
So I would like to give a shout out to Bet Rivers. They offered me opening day tickets to the Yankees, but sadly I have dental school responsibilities. But Sunday they did get me tickets to the Yankees game there. So shout out to Bet Rivers. And yeah, of course, I'm excited for baseball, man. Especially, is the clock thing's like official now, right? Because they've been trying it out in minor leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, not minor leagues, spring training. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think they did do it in minor leagues first, actually. Then they did it in spring training. Yeah. So obviously there'll be some kinks to work out, but or people get used to it, you know. But I feel like that's a great move because some of those baseball games, especially Yankees games, I feel like they went like 4 hours every time. Crazy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But sometimes baseball is just too hard to watch, and I think this will really help just speed up the time, speed up the whole process of it.
And we definitely know there's going to be some more interest after the World Baseball Classic, after everybody talks shit about it from who was it? Damn, Barstool, saying that no one really cares. Yeah, no one really cares about it. So
it was a big deal.
Yeah. All right. So, any lines jump out at you for tomorrow? Are we talking Nerfies, your fees?
So right off the bat, the one bet I have locked in for tomorrow is a Nerfie. And it's the Twins at the Royals. Pablo Lopez and Zach Greinke are pitching. I locked in the Nerfie at -120. Greinke was actually really good with the Nerfies last year. Not sure on the stats on Pablo Lopez, but this is his first year with the Twins. I imagine he wants to get off to a good start. So, yeah, the Royals are trash. They have one of the worst lineups in the league. So basically, just hopes that Greinke at the top gets through the Twins lineup, and then Lopez can get through the shitty Royals lineup, and then cashes it. But we'll see. They're always 50-50, but that was the best value that I saw, honestly.
That's not bad. So you know what I'm thinking about doing for tracking this, kind of like I did with the myth that was actually correct. I'm going to start tracking the Nerfies and Yerfies, and then based on like the highest and lowest totals of each day. And I'll probably do the first 5 inning totals too. So see if there's any correlation between like having a higher total and hitting the Yerfie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That would
so
be
that game I actually just picked is tied for the highest total tomorrow at 9. So we'll see.
But that total. I mean, there were some totals that were 8.5 before, but they went down. So, yeah, people are betting over in that game, moving it up. So we'll see. I'm not trying to curse your pick. It could be the opposite. Maybe the value is there.
No, I mean I saw the stats on Greinke. Greinke was stellar last year in the first inning, so people probably just aren't aware of those stats, and they probably just see an old Greinke and
Yeah.
the Twins, and they're like, oh, bad pitching. I don't know, but I don't know. I think they'll get through 6 outs to glory.
Yeah, and I got to say, it's kind of anecdotal evidence or whatever, but I remember Kansas City hitting a lot of Nerfies last year, or at least being favored to hit a lot. And I don't know how many they hit when I actually bet them, but they're a Nerfy team.
Yeah. So
Now,
that was the one thing I locked in. Anything that catches your eye.
So, I mean, not really. It's hard to read these lines early like this, but I guess probably maybe just the Mets Marlins. Looking, that's like the lowest total of 6.5. But maybe trying the over in that one, or Cleveland Seattle is also 6.5. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard without because I haven't really been following spring training, and that doesn't necessarily correlate to how they perform. So.
Yeah, honestly, I look at last year. I've been looking at last year's stats to jump right into this year. Like right off the bat, teams that I like a lot of the road teams, unfortunately, which kind of bugs me on opening day. But like the Blue Jays against the Cardinals, I like the pitching matchup there. Manoah, he was a monster last year. He was top 10 in innings pitched. He's an innings eater. He has a cool personality too. He's a fun guy. And then obviously the Mets with Scherzer pitching. And then finally, the Guardians. Obviously, 'cause I'm a Guardians homer. I think they'll win with Bieber on the mound. But those are 3 away teams right there, which kind of puts me at a little off. But at the same time, it's like 2 of them are favored, and then one of them it's almost a toss up with the pitching matchup. So
Yeah, I think I'll just tail you on these first couple matchups because. Or this first couple of days, I guess, till kind of see how things going. Because it's just, I don't know, it's hard for me. What's funny because if this was like basketball or football, I would love these lines. I love lines that are out of whack. But baseball was making it with the money, with just money line. I mean, I guess some people do the run line, but not as often in baseball.
yeah, run line you have to be super confident. Like I was interested in the run line with with the Braves Nationals, but even at -1.5 for the Braves, it's -140, and I'm not paying that much juice. So,
Yeah, that game it might just make sense to take.
I think I'll take the over in that game.
8% of the public's on Washington +1.5.
Yeah, Patrick Corbin was one of the worst rated pitchers last year, and he's the opening day starter. The fun fact, actually, the Nationals, 3 of their starting 5 pitchers this year. We're bottom 10 in ERA, so fade the Nationals often.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could look at big money signals and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the over in this game. Over 8 seems like a good bet. I think it's going to be like Braves 7, Nationals 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or even take the run line, or not the run line, the over runs for Braves, the team total.
So that's probably not a bad pick because it says the big money is on the under for that game. But
they're about to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, we know it doesn't mean anything. And half the time I feel like, I feel about that. I feel like it's misinformation, not necessarily on purpose, but on purpose from the books, but not on purpose, from the, because I think a lot of it could be like delayed reporting too. Why are they showing? What records are they showing? It says Atlanta's 1-3 on Action Network. Like, what are you guys doing? Doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know what record they're showing.
And at the top, it says like their spring training record, which is 18-10 versus 13-12. Like, thanks for that, buddies. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about. You want to talk any more games? Or you want to go for our futures / predictions for the season?
I think that's it. I like maybe a parlay of like the Braves and the what team was I looking? And the Padres maybe. But yeah, besides that, I think I'm just gonna have fun betting on opening day and seeing what happens.
Yeah. So I'm looking at some of these system bets on Major League on Action Network, and one that did really well last year is early season dogs. So it's if the closing total is above 7.5, essentially. The money line is 131 to 500 in that range, like plus value. The teams get, so it's like the first 9 games, and it has to be a visiting team and a underdog. And they've got Arizona and Colorado for that tomorrow. So it's plus 142 and plus 170.
Gross.
But bro, you hit one of them, you make money if you bet them both.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, if anything, I'd bet Arizona, but I'm not betting on Colorado. They have one of the worst lineups in baseball. I'm not touching
man.
Colorado at all this year.
That's fair. I'm not going to hate you for that. I'm just saying this would be an interesting system to watch.
It is an interesting system, though. I do like that. Thanks for pointing that out.
It only won 44% of the games, but it made 15% return on interest, plus 100 units overall. In how many?
So was that plus $1,500 for a $100 better?
Yeah. So it went. I don't know how long this has been going, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like that system. And then they have a nice system for MLB strikeout pitchers, but it's not. They don't have any matches this time. But I'll make sure to drop that news. I'll steal Action Network's plays and give out information for free. That's how we do it here. Unless Action Network wants to sponsor our podcast, then I will take it for free and not share it.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right, let's look at these futures. So who do you think's – well, let's just start with the World Series. Who do you think's going to win the World Series this year?
Man, I got to pull the odds up real quick. So I don't have them in front of me if you want to go first.
Okay. I'm going to be a homer.
Give me a quick second. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that I say this, yet I can't open up the features on mine either. There we go, team features. All right. For the World Series, I'm going to be a homer and go with the Yankees at plus 750.
Yankees at plus 750, huh?
Yeah, Houston's a favorite at plus 600. Obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hate that pick.
Well,
I'm going to go ahead.
I would say you might hate my National League. You might hate my National League pick even more.
So I thought that was your World Series pick.
Yeah, that's my World Series pick. Yeah.
Okay. Don't you talking about a National League pick?
I'm saying you might hate it when I say what that is. I'm saying right now we're just going over the World Series.
Okay. Well, my World Series. Let's see. Honestly, the team that's pulling me in is is the Braves at plus 750.
That was going to be that was going to be my National League pick. Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Why'd you think I wouldn't like that? They just, I don't know, that team is stacked, man. They got hitters, they got pitching, they got relievers. I mean, I want to take them, the Phillies, and the Guardians, honestly. Maybe even the Blue Jays.
What was how'd the Angels do last year?
Terrible.
Did they have a bad record?
Yeah, they were terrible. Dude, they started off really good, and then they lost like a bunch in a row.
I'm not trying to bet on them. I just wonder if they like how do they lose? How do they keep losing all these games, man? Don't they have some of the best players? They just don't have a good squad.
Man, that's the thing, man. They just got a bunch of idiots running the team.
Well, the owner is not an idiot because I know him. Because his son was in my fraternity, which is pretty cool. I got free tickets one time. I got to see into the dugout at Ranger Stadium when it was the Rangers and the Angels were coming to the Rangers. That was pretty sick.
What the hell was that?
Like I had
into the dugout. Is that a movie?
No. Like where my seats were, I was literally in front of the dugout on the third baseline.
I'm like talking about a movie. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it's funny. Artie Marino, he's the man if you ever listen to this. But he gave so when he gave me the tickets, I had to pick it up at will call. And the funny thing was, I go up there, I'm like, yeah, I got tickets sent here. They're like, okay, they're looking through all the numbers, the names. They can't find anything. And I'm like, they're like, are you sure you had it? And there was like a box of like player stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, the owner did it. And he goes, oh, and he on the left, there's just a single envelope, and he hands it to me. So I guess it pays to be a billionaire. Yes, or a friend of a billionaire. But yeah, okay. So we got the Braves. I'm taking the Yankees. You hate that. You got the Guardians. You had a third pick, right? Who'd you say?
I like the Blue Jays and the Phillies too.
Okay, that's a lot of picks. Should we have like
the Braves are my favorite though?
All right, so we'll write that down. We'll lock me in at
we'll do
Yankees.
Braves and Yankees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can move on to division winners.
Well, I was going to just go down to league winner next, since, since you take Braves overall, like maybe pick an American League team that you like to win. I guess you go with what, Guardians?
I'll take the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays, okay. So you are Blue Jays for American League, and for National League, I'm Braves. I'm boring. Even though that's your overall pick.
All right.
All right. Now, what about divisions? Do you like? I mean, are divisions that important in baseball anymore?
I mean, yeah, home field advantage is still pretty important in baseball.
Now, do they get the home field advantage just in I guess it's overall seed, right? Do they reseed it in baseball? I forget the rules now.
I think they have 3 wild cards now.
Yeah,
so
I know they do
more playoffs.
Yeah, they do the wild card playoff for the bottom 2, right? Something like that.
Well, there's 3 wild card teams now, I think.
Oh, there's 3 wild card teams? Let's see.
I'm pretty sure there is. But let's go to the division winners. So NL West, Dodgers are the favorite at -110, Padres +120, Giants +950, Diamondbacks +4,500. Rockies at +18,000. I think the safe bet here is obviously the Dodgers, just because they own this division. But any feelings on the Padres?
I feel like every time we bet on them, they lost, but they
seem to be pretty disappointing last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see value at -110 on the Dodgers.
Right.
I mean, that's just like a regular game at that point. So I guess if you were gonna bet something here, you would want to ignore the Dodgers and the Padres. But can the Giants win the division? Yeah, they can. But will they?
No.
Yeah.
So the Diamondbacks could surprise a lot of people this year, honestly. But I can get into that a little bit later. Next up for me is the AL East. We got the Yankees at +130, Blue Jays +200, Rays +340, Red Sox +1,500, Orioles +2,500. This is probably the best division in baseball, in my opinion.
Yeah, if I had to bet it and I wasn't taking, the Yankees World Series one, I feel like Blue Jays pretty good pick for this one. +200.
Yeah, I like the Blue Jays too, actually.
Have you ever bet any of these futures for Major League?
No, this is my first year actually looking into the MLB futures. I'm not really a big fan of especially a season this long because injuries, Yeah. But I mean, I feel like it could be worth throwing like a unit or two or not two, but or a half a unit on a couple of long shot winners, and maybe get lucky and hedge some at the end, and get even more lucky. But
yeah, especially if that team becomes like the dominating team in the division, and then when they have you could easily hedge that back with other teams as odds change, because they keep the futures up all year, right? I'm assuming the odds change.
Yeah, I'd say the most popular one for preseason is win totals for teams. I've seen a lot of popular ones as the Diamondbacks. It was at 74. It's already at 76.5. So a lot of people like betting on those.
Ooh, I like DraftKings has the most regular season wins by any team. And that's either over 105.5 or under 105.5. So do we think a team can win 106 games this year?
The Dodgers aren't. They got worse. The Astros are a little banged up. I don't know. Is there a team that can win that many games this year?
Dude, I'm trying to even see what the highest total is. The Braves are 94.5. So I saw nothing like near 100. So it's like, they would have to really outperform. Let's see, Padres 93.5. Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, 95.5 is Astros. That's the closest.
And what are the odds for the under?
Oh, Dodgers 95.5 too. So the under is minus 130 and the over is plus 110 for the 105.5.
It's a little too much juice for me, but I could see the.
Yeah.
I'm searching for the word, but I can't find it. I can see
Well,
the love for that bet.
I was just trying to see how many teams have done it in the past couple of years. And yeah, that would definitely be an under bet because
that's a good one.
I don't see any. I don't really see any. Oh wait, no, Astros did a couple years ago. Let's see.
Probably the year they
whatever. Yeah, but people, you got to bet that before tomorrow, right? Or else you'll
probably.
Yeah, you know what happens if you don't do it by tomorrow?
So you get nothing. You lose.
Yeah, that's what happens. But
hey, first soundbite of the episode, nice.
I know I maintain control of my faculties. All right, do we have anything else we want to go over for baseball with these?
Oh, we still got to continue on with the division winners.
Oh yeah.
So the NL East plus 105, Braves, Mets plus 170, Phillies plus 425, Marlins plus 2,000. Nationals are at plus 25,000.
Are they that bad?
Dude, I'm telling you, they're pretty bad. I'm surprised actually the A's are also at plus 25,000 in their division, and their division's actually not as hard as theirs, so that's actually kind of surprising. But yeah, the Nationals, their pitching is egregious, man.
Well, if they had a total last year of will a team have over 105.5 losses, the Nationals would have covered that one. Had 107 losses last year. Man, that's bad. I feel like they were. I feel like when Bryce Harper I feel like they were good for like a season.
They won the World Series like 3 years ago.
Yeah. So how are they so bad now? How are they so bad now?
Because they got rid of everybody. That's what happens when teams win the World Series. They get rid of everybody, moves on. They go sign those big ass contracts, and then yeah.
So do you like that or not like that?
What, when players leave or what?
Yeah, because I feel like that's the effect of not having a salary cap in baseball, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think there should be, because I think it's ridiculous that. I mean, it's so tough though because it's also the owner's fault, and like the Pirates, for example, like their payrolls is, or like even the Reds, their third highest player this year. Guess who it is? Go ahead.
For the Reds?
Yeah, for the Cincinnati Reds. Guess who their third highest player this year is?
Is it someone that's not even on the team anymore?
It's Ken Griffey Jr. So their payroll is probably like less than $50 million. And then you have the Texas Rangers who spent, over $500 million. And it's like, and then they just got a brand new stadium and it's just like in 2020, and it's just like I don't even know. It's pretty crazy. Like where's the competitive balance at that point,
So what is this, like a pension? Like what? They just had that bad of a contract?
Like, I mean, Ken Griffey Jr. was just smart and he extended it,
Yeah, I mean, he was like the highest paid when, he signed his like first contract. I feel like that was crazy times, Ken Griffey Jr., man. I love that time when he started in the league.
Yeah, 90s baseball seemed like the best time, honestly.
Do you know if there's any new like Japanese guys that are actually starting this year for the first time?
There's a couple, not that I know of, but I mean, I'll try and keep my eye out. But
there's that.
I just try to read. I mean, we're not too big into baseball. I mean, we are, but like we're we're not good at finding the stats like before the games actually start. Like once, like after a week goes by, then we'll start giving you guys, some statistics to go off of. But until then, we're sort of just going off of how we feel, and based off of last season.
Okay, so Masataka Yoshida. So this guy he's on the Red Sox. He got posted like this year.
That's right. I did hear about that guy.
Yeah, he looks good, bro. That could be cool. I mean,
I think he's going to be their cleanup hitter, their number 4 hitter.
Yeah, they called him Macho Man in Japan during his career. Yeah, as the Macho Man. Sorry.
Is that the only one?
That's just the one I see. Yeah.
The only one posted?
Yeah, because that was the one that was rumored whether it get posted. Oh, dude, and he was teammates with the other guy that's going to get posted in 2025. So that's that Murakami guy. Because he hit a home run. He hit a home run and he hit the game-running double and to get to the championship for Japan. That guy is going to be good, man. Murakami. Bro.
All right, we'll keep our eye out for him.
Yep, 2025 he gets posted. So
did they say what? Did he already get to a team or what?
Nah, he just signed a contract extension in 2022, and it says his team, the Swallows, must post him to Major League Baseball after the 2025 season. So after the 2025 seasons. Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Damn, I wonder how old he is then.
Yeah, he is 23. So I think it's because his contract right now it's 600 million yen a year, which is what, is that 60 million? No, that's $4 million a year. So 4.5 million. So he definitely, yeah, he definitely wants to come to the majors.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely have more here.
Yeah. But maybe he's just dedicated to the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. Yeah, I like how their mascots are all so weird. It's like just, they're all like brand name teams and stuff. I love it. That's funny to me.
Honestly, I don't see any value on any of these division winners.
Yeah, and I feel like division's so hard. As I said, yeah, and if you're the lowest ranking division winner, you have to play one of the wild cards in that wild card weekend. So,
right.
Yeah, that would suck.
I feel like most of these are pretty common. It's like the Astros will probably win the AL West, the AL Central. I mean, that's probably the only toss-up. The Guardians are plus 130, Twins plus 215. I mean, I know Central, I guess the Brewers could win because their pitching staff is pretty outstanding. But I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I think you might be better off if you're trying to bet the regular season wins. I mean, if you hear this now, it's probably around time. But maybe the win bands might be a better idea because those pay better odds. But I mean, some of them, yeah, I don't know. If you think you calculate an average, or how you think they're going to perform or underperform from last year.
Yeah, basically, just if you have a good feeling about a team, just and you feel like you want to hedge with something later on, yeah, take their regular season win total.
Yep, and I will post a POD for tomorrow with my baseball team. I'm gonna crunch some more numbers tonight. But yeah, these totals, yeah, totals division winners not quite on the futures train yet. Maybe we'll have a bigger bankroll.
Yeah. But so we picked our World Series winner. You have the Yankees, I have the Blue Jays. We went through the divisions, don't really like anything there. Yeah, we'll each post a pod tomorrow on our Twitter account. Trying to think if there's anything else that we can run through real quick. Oh, the NIT championship is tomorrow, actually.
Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to have to take UAB on that.
Yes, sir. I think we'll have to. Maybe that would be our squad ride. Maybe we'll do 2 pods tomorrow. We'll do UAB as a squad ride, and then we'll each do a baseball one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. Do that.
All right, lock it in right now.
All right. Do you have any last words?
Did I already mention Dave's Hot Chicken on here?
I think so.
Fuck.
I don't remember now. I know you mentioned it to me, but I don't remember if it was on here or not.
I just
recommend it again. It's
I
that
had
good.
Dave's Hot Chicken. It was pretty good. The rapper Drake owns a part of it, I read, but it's pretty good.
And if you want to watch a funny video, watch Tony Hawk and Jason Ellis eat them, because Jason Ellis, the first time he had it, he thought it was like not hot at all, but they gave him the wrong sandwich. So then when they gave him the super hot sandwich, like he literally almost died, bro, because he just like ate the whole thing immediately because he thought it would.
Oh my god!
He thought he was immune to the hot sauce. It's hilarious, bro. But yeah, my last word is don't beat your kids. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us today. Check me out on Twitter at bankroll_Bill, and Austin can be found at
Austin Sportster.
Our email for the podcast is thelosingstreakpodcast@gmail.com, and our voicemail line is 646-494-7185. So please leave us a review, comment, send us a message, email us. But what you should not do is you should not steal our podcast name like some guys did. We almost forgot to talk about that. Well, see you later.